Hey everybody, Tony Johnson here, your customer experience leader. Happy Friday. You have made it to the end of another week, and I want to share a couple more tips with you. So this will be the last live at 5:30, but next week we're going to pick up at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for some brand new content around customer experience, around guest centricity, and talking about how are you going to kind of adapt to the new normal as you start to come out of this, because I am ready to start talking about what's next. So that said, today I want to talk on a topic that is sort of like the work from home piece. And again, I hope that those of you who are doing it have really enjoyed the pieces. I hope you have taken a lot away from them. I appreciate everyone who has tuned in every single day. Thank you for that. And so, I think we've run through the gamut of all the tips, right? How to organize your day, how to get up and hit it, how to make sure that you are, being super productive and staying checked in with your organization. But the reality is there could come a time when organizations realize that some of them are going to have to furlough or lay folks off. And so it really is important to have a plan, to think about what are you going to do if that happens to you, because quite frankly it could happen to anybody and we just don't know. I watch the stock market up and down every day. We just don't know what the end in sight is. Hoping it is very, very soon. But if you indeed find yourself in a furlough or layoff situation, I have 4 tips for you today. The first, be professional. So listen, it is an easy thing to do to want to take it out on the person that calls you and talks to you about your furlough or your layoff. It is an easy place to vent, to rage, to storm. I will advise you not to do that. Try to be as professional as you can, because you're going to need to stay checked in with these folks throughout the course of the time you're away. And I checked in with a couple of human resources professionals, and they told me point blank, they said, Tony, the ones who whine, the ones who complain, the ones who jump up and down, they're not really a lot of fun to talk with. We still do the check-ins, but they're not nearly as engaging, nearly as productive, and it's really no fun when someone hates calling you. So don't be the whiny guy. Don't be the whiny person. Be professional about it, and that means taking it as well as you can. Ask the questions you need to ask, say the things you need to say, but stay professional and make sure that you work hard to tie up your loose ends, because there are going to be things. Most often, when you get a layoff, even sometimes when you get let go, you know that you're in your last week. So how are you going to leave? You're in your last few days. Are you going to leave with class and dignity, or are you going to leave things a mess? I hope that you will double down, dig in, and that last day, that last Friday, will you check out at noon, or will you work all the way up till 5 or 6 to make sure that everything is lined out? Because you're going to look like a super pro, and that kind of reputation is something that follows you everywhere and is also really worth cultivating. Number 2, but on the same token, don't bury your feelings. You're going to feel hurt. You're going to feel betrayed. You're not going to feel great about what happened. Don't vent to, the person on the other end of the phone or to your boss. But you know what? Take that moment with whomever you confide in, whomever you talk to. It could be a loved one. It could be a spouse. It could be, a brother or a sister. It could be a good friend. Pull up those cocktails, have that conversation, and it's okay to take a day to rage and storm. Just don't do it again to your boss, and let your feelings out. When you lose a job or you get put on furlough, it's almost like you got to go through the stages of grief a little bit. So please take that moment for yourself for that. Number 3, once you're there, you got to take stock of your finances. If you're going to be off work, if you're not going to be getting paid, know what the rules are. File for whatever unemployment you can. Look at what benefits you're going to get. Make sure that you understand what it means to be either furloughed or laid off or whatever it's going to mean. Is there a severance package? Is there, things that are going to be done over the course of your layoff? Take advantage of those things, but also dig hard. What do you need? What do you not need? What are your wants versus your needs? What does your budget look like? And be very honest about that, because you're going to have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your family, your 4 walls, keeping food on the table. So take stock of your finances right away, because the sooner you can do things like, whether it's that XM radio subscription, or if you have someone mowing your lawn, or whatever, how many times you're going out to eat, those kinds of things, really take stock of that. And then number 4, develop yourself. There's no better time to polish off that resume, to learn a new skill, to take that online class you've always wanted to take. And I will tell you, there are still some Ivy League schools. I think Harvard and some of those places, Stanford, I believe, are still offering free online classes, and some of those might even have a certificate along with them. So think about that, but also think about, are there professional development activities that you want to make sure you take advantage of, because those could be great places for you to make yourself even more employable, even more valuable. And many times you're going to be told, listen, don't work on work while you're gone. Okay, but can you noodle on that a little bit? Can you be ready when you come back to be a rock star? Is there that project you always wanted to work on, or that skill you always wanted to learn, or that thing you always wanted to develop in yourself? Now's the time. You may have a week, 2 months, 3 months, however long you've got. Take advantage of it. Plot out what you want to learn, and it could be anything from, something for fun, how to shoot video or how to repair a motorcycle, or it could be a professional skill, whether it's public speaking or branding or something like that. Go take advantage of the wealth of information out there. So those 4 pieces will set you up really, really well for when you come back or when you take on your next opportunity. But remember, be professional. Don't forget to take a moment for you to breathe and to rage and to be upset. Make sure that you take stock of your finances right away. Don't wait. Don't wait to do it. Do it right away. And then develop yourself. Those are the 4 pieces. And I think the first thing we really always have to do when we're in this situation is never a wrong time to update your resume. It's probably been a minute since you've done it. Take the time to do that. So remember, till next time, I'm Tony Johnson, your customer experience leader. It has been a privilege for you to invite me into your home every day at 5:30 to have these conversations. Keep it up. Keep doing the great work. If you're still working from home, keep on crushing it. But also remember, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting next week on Monday, I'm going to be dialing in on tips and tricks for branding, customer service, leadership, live every day, streamed right to you. So stay tuned for those. I will see you next week. And thanks again, everybody. Have a good weekend.